So, hello everyone, and today is day 32, and today we are going to learn about the iterators and generators in Python. Okay, so we are going to learn those, and yes, probably this will be the last topic. Yeah, one thing I am recalling, oops concept is left. So, after iterator and generator, we will move on to the oops concept. We will move on what basically oops concept does: class, object, inheritance, data abstraction, encapsulation, basically all these things we will discuss it, right? So for today, apart from oops concept, today is the last day for that. Okay, and uh, one more, yeah, regex, yeah, regex expression, regex function, regular expressions. Yeah. So basically, by day 33, we will be finishing off the things with core of the Python. Okay. Core of the Python in the sense when if we will not include the oops and all those things, but for the oops and all those stuffs, we will be taking one more week. I need one more week, and within 40 days, 40 to 45 days, we will be completing with those. Okay, so now let's start with the thing. And first, as we start is means like what I do, you guys are familiar with this. I just open the mind map, and I suggest you guys also to just open the mind map every day and just read it. Why? Because it will increase your knowledge. And as we will move ahead, now we are in Python, right? We will move ahead with SQL, Power BI, then we will move on to machine learning algorithms, deep learning, computer vision. So what will happen, this mind map will become very vast, and it will be not suitable for you guys to just recall everything in a single way. Means like obviously we all are humans, right? And it is not feasible for our guy for ourselves to read everything and remember everything in one time. So for that reason, I am telling you all to read mind map every day. Okay. So again, how you can read the mind map is just the same way. You can just open your Google Chrome browser or any browser of your choice. And what you can do, you can just type their Python mind map. And after typing such, the very first result which you will be getting here is the mind map thing. Okay, if you can see here, I have misspelled also. So if you are misspelling, then also it's going to work. So there is no issues with that. Google is brilliant and he understands everything, right? So basically, we have covered introduction in Python: variables, data types, operators, conditional statement, loops, functions. Okay, we also covered exceptional handling, file handling. Yeah, we are left with regular expressions. Okay, we are left with a regular expression, regex model, regex function. Okay, these all things we will be covering this thing tomorrow. And today what we are going to do, we are going to start with the iterators and generators. So what I will do, first I will open my spider here. As my spider is already being opened, I will just simply open here new file, and it is quite easy. Just like you might be using Microsoft Word or Microsoft PowerPoint, it's same like that. Okay. So basically, first understand what iterator is. What do you mean by iterator? Okay. So I will increase my font here, and what basically iterator is. Okay. So every one of you, means like those who are watching my videos, okay, uh, they might be means like learning Python, and they might be in their college and stuff. Means like they are not in schools, right? And basically someone who is watching this course, data science, so they might have completed their graduation. Okay, so I'm assuming their age should be around 22 to 23 years of age, right? So why I'm considering this age, it's like this minimum, because in your life, in our previous days, when this social media and all those stuffs, this pen drive and these all things, this cloud management system were not there, right? So what was there? CDs and DVDs. Okay. You might have remembered CDs and DVDs, how CDs and DVDs work, right? What we did, we just put the CD inside our TV or any, uh, not basically inside the TV, but inside the DVD player. Okay, we used to put the DVDs, and with our remote, we used to switch the movies. Okay, so in a DVD, you might have buy it of rupees 20. So there were basically 5 to 6 films in that, right? And what you did, as soon as you enter the DVD in your DVD player, and with the help of your remote, you used to switch the movies. You press the next button, right? One, two, three. So iterator is somewhere like that. Okay, iterator is somewhere like that. And if you hit the next button, next, it will show you the next variables, or the next whatever thing which is stored into it, whether it can be variables, whether it can be anything, right? So iterator and generator is the same. It's like their functionality is same, and their concept is also same. And how it is same, we have to do the next, and it will operate like this, right? So iterator, I will just write here. Iterator means what it does. What do you mean by iterator? Okay. So I will write here. Uh, Iterator is an object which you might be writing side by side, and you are having pen and paper in your hand, and you might be making running notes, right? Because I don't want you guys to just sit idly on your sofa, on your bed, just watching these videos, right? Why? Because you might feel bored, and you will be feeling sleepy, and nothing will be going inside your head. So for that reason, I want you guys to just move on with your pen and paper, and just keep writing whatever I am explaining here. Okay, so it's beneficial for you guys as well. Basically, it's beneficial for you, because you will be concentrated, and you will be understanding the concept more precisely. Okay, so basically, what is iterator? So iterator in an object which allows us to traverse through the elements, regardless its specific implementation. Means like, a specific implementation means basically regardless of what particular thing is that, what particular sequence is that, right? There might be audio files. Means like, whenever you were inserting your DVDs and all those stuffs, so just assume two parts were of the film, two films were there, and then there were the video files, the audio files, right? And you press next. So it doesn't matter whether that DVD contains the only movies, or the DVD contains only videos or audios, right? Irrespective of that, if you put next, it will transverse through all the values, through all the elements inside that. Okay, so what I will do, I will just create a list here. And the list is basically iterable object, because we can iterate through a list. Same goes with strings, same goes with tuples, list, tuple sets, dictionaries. We can transverse through it, right? So I will just define here. I will write it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So basically this thing is there, right? Now what I will do, if I have to print each element inside the list. So what I will do, I will just run a loop here for I in range. Range what? For I in range, not range, for I in L. Basically, if I've been using range, then I have to use the len function there. And I will simply write here print I. Okay, and as soon as I will execute this line of code, then you can see here. Okay, So basically, I have to just restart my kernel because Spider just keeps shutting down its kernel. Means like, okay. So it's my kernel restarted. Now, if I will execute this line of code, you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These all things got printed here, right? Okay. And for the next part, what I will do, I will just store it in an iterator. I will just uh, create one new L1 new variable, and in this new variable, what I will do, just be focused here. I will write L dot. Okay, so basically my this key doesn't work actually. Wait, I have to just open my on-screen keyboard for such things. Okay. So what I will do, I will just write here L dot, and then I will use dash dash iter function. I will use dash dash double dash in front and double dash in back, and then I will use iter function here. Okay. And when I will print here, and make sure whenever you are printing any iterable, the keyword to print such, the keyword to iterate is next. Okay. So if I will execute this line of code, and when I will execute this, sorry, not L1, basically, not L, basically I have to write here L1. And you can see here the very first element got printed. Why so? Because I've told you that it uses the iterables like a single value. It will print single, single, single. If I'll execute this line of code again, let me select it again, then it's 2, then again it's 3, then 4, 45, then 6, then 7, then 8, and then nothing is left here. Why? Because you might have observed, means like whenever you were playing the DVD, you were controlling the DVDs and CDs, the movies inside that. You when you were controlling that, whenever, suppose there were 4 movies, and whenever you were in the fourth movie and you hit the next button, so what it does, it doesn't allow you. It will not go to the fifth position. It shows that everything is being covered, right? And no such iterables is there. Okay. So you might be thinking that we are already using list, right? We are just trying to print it like this. So what's the use of this? What's the use of basically iterator? You might be thinking that we can perform the same thing. So why I will use the iterator? I can use simply the list. I can simply use the iterables. Why to use iterator for that? So the most important thing for iterator is it helps in memory management. Okay. Uh, why do we use iterator? Okay. We use for memory management. Okay. Let's see how it helps in memory management. Okay, so for that thing, I will import a module here named sys. Okay, sys means system. It helps us to locate how many memories have been used. Okay, and if I will write here sys, and if I will write here L, okay, and when I will execute this, this dot get size of L. Okay. If I am executing this, then you can see the size of it. What's the size? Size is basically 120. And if I will write the same function, the same statement for L1, then just check what will be the size. You can see here, size is 48. And now you might be thinking that this is size 48 and that was 120. So there is not drastically change in that. Okay. So what if, let's include it. I will write here in my list. I will write here range. This is the range. And now let's execute this line of code. Again now, let's execute this line of code. So whenever I will execute this line of code, my kernel will freeze in the some way. You can see here, the output is going to be displayed. And it's a huge number. Huge number is there. And my output is not coming. My Python is just thinking, what happened? You can see here, it's being printing. Where it's being printing. How many digits are there? Just let's calculate it. Okay. In Indian terms, it's 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, 1 CR, 10 CR, 100 CR, 1,000 CR, 10,000 CR. Ultimately, it's 1 lakh CR. Okay. It's 1 lakh CR. If I'll do here comma, if I will write here in terms of international coding, so you can see here. Okay. What is the size? It's being getting printed till now and it's not being done yet. You can see here, this is 100, this is 1,000, this is million, this is billion, this is trillion, more than trillion. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 lakh trillion. And I have to stop my kernel. I have to stop my kernel because it's been getting printed, and Python is just thinking what's happening here. Okay, Python is not able to identify what's being happened here. Now what I will do, I will just get the size of my L. First I will import this. Okay, and then I will get the size of it. It's a very bad thing about, spider. Don't take all. Okay, I will just move on to here itself because Python will find it easy. Just 19,99,999. Okay, so these all things will be there. And if I will execute this, I'll just save this. I will restart my spider. You have seen, means like when I have used that, what happened? It's just my Python got, he is thinking what I am doing today. It's like, why this guy is being so harsh with me today? What I have done it. Okay, so it's my spider is thinking like that, my Python ID. Okay. So I was just doing that for to explain you guys that how it helps in memory management, and it's got delayed because my system got hanged and like it thought what happened today, why it's being so hours with me. So okay, so you can see here if I will execute this line of code and then I will print L. Okay, you can see here the size. Okay, you can see here the size. You can see the my cursor is not that much been moving. Yeah, it's shown like this. It got hanged again. So you can see here the size. The size is 199999. That much size it's there and it's having. Okay. My spider is not responding. That much value was there. Okay. My spider again went off. Let me take a small value to explain. I was just carried out with the things and I was just taking any values of my choice. No, no, no. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Now we will not print the value. We will simply execute it and keep it so that it doesn't get crashed. Okay. And when I will use this, wait, let me use this as well. You can see here the size. It's 160552600. And whenever I'm executing the size of L1, my size of L1 remains the same. It's 48. So you can show how this changed happened so drastically. How this changed happened because of iterator. And iterator helps us in memory management. Okay. So for this, to explain this particular line, it just took me 8 minutes for that because I've been using so vast value, so vast range that my spider ID got crashed. So that shouldn't happen. I've showed you live how memory management it will save. And when I will use iter function here and when I will print it here, my ID will not get. See, you can see here, it's getting printed like this. It's getting printed everything. You can see here, my Python ID, my spider ID is not getting exhausted. Okay, you can see here, it's getting been printed. It's getting printed. I just tick 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 tick. I clicked on it, and you can see here, it's got print. It's not basically crashing. Okay, your system might crash as my system got crashed. So for that reason, what we are doing, we are using gen iterator for such. And there are two ways to create that iterator. One is whether you can use the double dash or you can just simply write here L2 is equal to iter, iter and in that L. So there are two ways to convert into iterator. Whether you can use L dot double dash iter function or you can use iter function and within that function write that particular variable name which you want to create it. Okay. So now what we will do, we will move on to the generator part. Basically, what is generator? Okay. So generator, its function is also same. It's like it's same as iterator as well. It helps in memory management. And the only difference between iterator and generator is in iterator we use next to print and in generator we use yield. We will see that. Okay. We will see that as well. I'm using here generator. Okay. And what basically generator does. That produces or yields a sequence of value. Okay. And suppose if I will write here print yield L2, should it work? It will not work. Why it will not work? Because you are using that inside the iterator function and yield is a part of generator. So instead of using next, we will write there yield, yield of it. Okay, so we will take an example here. Okay, and generally what we do, generator function we usually use with functions. Generator we usually use with functions, use or prefer with functions. Okay, so for example, I am defining a function name as, you can use any name, I'm using my name. Okay, and I'm writing here n, and what I will do here, I will just write here for I in range n, and I will do write here b list, write here b, and here I will just write Avinash, my function call, and I will write here 999, and I will write here print b. Okay, so when I will execute this, say what is the error search? Why it wasn't showing previously? What I have been doing? Okay, okay. So basically, why it was spelling error? Let me try printing here as well. Print yield, yield, yield of L2. Will it be done? It will not done. Why? Because the yield is a generator and it should be used under generator and under a function itself. So instead of return, we are using yield. Okay. And when I will execute this line of code, my generator object got created. And if I have to print it, then what I have to do here, I have to write here next. I have to write here next and I have to print it. Okay, wait. You can see here. So next, it applies for both iterator and generator because I've told you next means next, 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 next. But in generator, what you have to make sure, you have to use the yield, and generator we usually use inside a function, and iterator can be used anywhere. It's not necessary that you have to use inside a function as well. So basically, what's the difference between generator and iterator is, generator usually we prefer using within a function. That's the only difference. other than no difference is there. Both of them helps in memory management, saving the memory, right? So we will be stopping it here, and I hope you guys are practicing 500 to 1000 lines of code every day. And tomorrow we will start with the regular expressions, and tomorrow we will be completing basically the regular expressions, and day after tomorrow we will be starting with the loops. So till then, you guys just keep enjoying the things, keep practicing the codes, keep doing whatever you want to do, but read the mind map, practice the codes, and take care. Bye bye.